Hello everybody, welcome to Baby Reviews with me, your host Jack, and welcome to another review of a slightly wacky and out there beer by surprise, Omnipollo. So, this is their Protein Shake IPA, which you might remember from back in May time last year when we were at CBC. We had a try of this. I wasn't actually the biggest fan. I was surprised because I love Omnipollo and I saw this online and thought, oh, bottled version, I'll pick this up. The one I had at CBC was kind of reminiscent on the aroma release of kind of strawberry protein powder, protein shake I should say, but it wasn't really punchy on the palate. But sometimes when you get those big festivals, I guess, if it isn't absolutely OTT amazing, it gets lost a bit in the gist. But this is obviously probably a new version, a new take on things, and I normally absolutely go gaga for anything by Omnipollo, so it's pretty cool. As is the new way with some of our videos, what I will try and do is a bit of a background on Omnipollo for you as well. So Omnipollo is actually started off as homebrewing. A guy called Henrik Fenty is the mastermind kind of behind Omnipollo, brewing out of Stockholm in Sweden. And he's produced an amazing homebrew book that my Swedish friend has helped me somewhat translate, which is just cool about doing different kind of techniques and adjusting your homebrews to make them cool. They also have some amazing artwork as well for some of their bottles. This one's obviously kind of more on the minimalist side with just a label and nothing else apart from the import thing, I guess. But you've seen me drink loads of their beers like Noah with a nice face. In fact, I've got a Noah t-shirt somewhere. I probably should have worn it. Ooh, look at the colour on that. But they're a really cool brand. They always push about doing interesting stuff. The yellow belly peanut butter biscuit imperial stout with neither peanut butter or biscuits in it is amazing and immense. The mango lassi goza is fantastic. The Nebuchadnezzar IPA, unbelievable. I could go on and on about how much I like these guys, but for now we've got a beer in our hands, a Protein Shake IPA, probably different versions to the one we've had previously. And look at that, can you see that? That is the most... Can you, like there, can you see? There's just the tiniest bit of light coming through, but that is absolutely turbid, I suppose. It's thick as anything. Crazy, right? I'm assuming that's Protein Shake, giving it a protein haze, which is cool. So I'm assuming the Protein Shake will give it a bit more body in the mouthfeel, make it a bit chunkier than normal. I believe, actually, it says on the bottle, in my fantastic Swedish, that it's also got oats in it as well. Oh yeah, oats and wheat too, and it's in English, don't get me wrong. So oats and wheat in it too, so there's loads of bodybuilding proteins in, which is cool. Now, I heard it on the grapevine that this is their kind of take on the New England South style IPAs, but with a little bit of an Omnipollo twist. And colour-wise, fluorescent. I was going to say fluorescent orange, but it's more like a fluorescent yellow. It looks a bit like a glass of Whittle, but in, I don't know. That's kind of what beer looks like, I suppose. Anyway, with a nice head that seems to be sticking around despite me waffling on for hours as well. Awesome. Right, let's get in there and give it a smell. Ooh, juicy. It's on the sweet orange spectrum, that's for sure. Big, juicy, sweet oranges. Hinting at saying mangoes as normal, but this is unbelievably juicy. I normally say mangoes a lot anyway when it comes to anything with Citra, but this is juice on a different scale for sure. Wowzers. It's only, I guess, because I've been drinking a lot of orange juice over the past weekend, and trying to detox, that it really does come across as so big, sweet, juicy Seville orange. Intensely so. There's perhaps just a little bit of dankness underneath it. But any kind of hint of protein powder, like in, or whey protein, like in the previous one that I smelled in CBC, not there, which is kind of cool because that was an awesome aroma on that one, but it just didn't seem to follow through onto the palate. So perhaps this is using a different protein shake, I don't know. But I cannot reiterate, I just seem to be saying a lot. Like sweet orange is all that's coming to mind. I'm sorry, it's just like orange juice. That's all I have to say. We'll say I'm salivating though. So cheers everyone, let's give it a try. Holy moly, that is thick! Wow! Wow, you couldn't drink that. It's like treacle. That's like a huge mouthful. Wow, that's wacker. That's really wacky. It's like it's like drinking an imperial stout. I had a bottle somewhere, but I had a bottle of Prairie Bomb, and it was like drinking the thickness of a Prairie Bomb in a pale ale. That is crazy. Whoa. It also comes across as a very soft. There is barely any perceptible bitterness at all. There is almost like a little bit of a saccharine, lactosey sweetness at the top of it as well. But mainly all the way through that, it's just really intensely juicy, really, really juicy. Again, the aroma follows through on the palate with this one, as opposed to the previous one I had, where it smelled like kind of strawberry protein shake in my mind, and came across in the palate. It's quite thin actually, which is why this is like, because this is so much chunkier. This is really awesome actually. And the aroma on this one comes through on the palate. It's sweet and it's juicy. It's oranges, it's mangoes, it's papayas, it's clementines, it's sumas. It's kind of freshly squeezed juice essentially. And it's alcoholic, and there's just a nice little bit of wheaty, doughy, bready, I suppose, kind of backbone, and that's probably what it is. It's an almost brioche, but without kind of putting into your mind stuff like butterscotchy, diacetyl, and things like that. It's not diacetylic, or DMSE, I suppose. It sometimes can come across as a bit buttery. It's different. It's sweet, bready malts. Good carbonation as well, if you can't hear me burping. I'll say this as well, actually. It's a little bit extra. 8%. 8%, and I've drunk the vast majority of it in the space of about, according to my screen, about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, which is crazy. There's a little bit of sediment at the bottom of the bottle as well, so I'm assuming it's bottle conditioned, unless it's protein. Maybe you can't see that. It's just a little bit there. Unless that's protein shake settled out. Perhaps I should drink that for some bodybuilding strength. It's crazy cool though. I like that a lot. As I say, on the grapevine, heard it's their take on a Northeast IPA. I haven't had any. I haven't, even when I was in Massachusetts, Boston. I didn't get my hands on any Trilly or anything. It was before I was really, that much on the point, I suppose. Although we did try like Heady Topper, which was awesome, in Vermont. This is cool though. This is kind of the new style of pale ales that's going to come through. It's just like a mouthful of fruit juice. That's cool. It's, you know, the hop flavours. Yeah, it's massively hoppy. What else can I say? They must have chucked tons of expensive stuff. If they haven't got kilos and kilos and kilos of Citra in this, I don't know how they're doing it. But I imagine it's Mosaic. It's Citra. It's Equinox. It's Eldorado. Anything like that that's big and fruity. For that new wave. There's barely any kind of dankness to it, or resinous, or pininess. All that's non-existent. Instead, it's just juicy, fruity, sweet. All those fruit flavours just distilled. Almost melony, I suppose, as well. Crazy. Absolutely awesome, man. That is freaking cool. Omnipollo blowing me out the water every single time. But there you go. That's all you're looking for on a shelf. That's it right there. Pick that up. Omnipollo. 3 protein shake IPA, you cannot go wrong with that, and I hope they do this several million more times because it's awesome. They've also got Olympus Mons. Henrik was posting loads of pictures on Instagram. It excites me a lot. Looks kind of as hazy as this in the pictures, which is awesome too, so if this is anything to go by, and that's like the most heavily hopped beer he's ever produced, so keep an eye out for that as well. Awesome stuff, Omnipollo. My word, this is good, and I'm going to drink this and then go to the store and buy more of them. Please like, favourites, comments and subscribe. Tell me what you think if you have this little beer here, and I will be very surprised if you don't like it, to be honest. So until next time, cheers everybody.